If you want to build an app in
Yo,
minutes and
Dr.
deploy to
James
the web,
Utley, and I
watch
am
until the
back here
end.
as your resident code broker,
Prototype
data
and
scraper.
vibe
So
code
here I'm excited
anything.
to show you this application that I've built called HackBuildDev. So oftentimes it's a prototyping coding assistant tool that will help you level up, all the crazy ideas that you have. I work in a lot over a lot of fields, and so this is what it's all about: HackBuildDev. Anyway, let's just check it out here. So we're going to get into it, and then I'll just keep explaining it. Okay, so first off, log in with Google, and you can be a senior software developer, or you can be a Vibe coder, a Vibrid coder. This is what this is meant for you. It's for fast prototyping. Okay, for example, as you know, I'm a scientist, so let's build me an application for education of molecular biology, and make it interactive and with TypeScript. Okay. Now, as anyone that writes terrible prompts like myself, I use this other tool called 10x.prompt.com, which I also built, and it helps me in every way, shape, or form. So we're going to log in here to 10xprompt.com, and we're going to paste this lazy prompt. Let's do that. We're going to enhance this prompt so that it is accept a profile of educational explanation, because we're building an app that's for education. Okay, we're going to kill this out of here. And again, this is the layout. You can sign up here. Sign in with Google. All right, here we go. Interactive models, all of this thing. All right, very cool. So now we're going to come back to this, and it's not necessary. You don't have to do the 10x.prompt. You can just type in your lazy prompt, but the better your prompting is, the better the output. Okay, now ready? This is where the magic happens, and we fire it off. So this is a platform. You're going to see that first it's going to bootstrap the project, right? Read all the requirements that you're asking of it. And so it's going to take some minutes. And see, now it opens up this side window and starts coding out the app. So it's building a React app, TypeScript, JavaScript, and it's building it out right now, just right in front of your eyes. This is what's happening. As you can see, that we have these areas on the left-hand side where it's in the status of bootstrapping, generating a blueprint, which is actually the most important part. So it's going to generate a blueprint, which is basically a requirements document, or a PRD, a project requirements document, and it has a spec. And I built all the, and so it comes up with its own name. It gives you the PRD or the spec document, goes all the way down. I built all the system prompts. This is a fork from this thing called Vibe SDK, and which is the magic is the deployment on Cloudflare, which we'll get to. But here, so I updated all of the blueprint files and all of the agents associated with the blueprint. And that's where, so it develops the blueprint. But you can see all of the files that are here, and it's building an entire application. You see, it's all right here, and it's all in front of your eyes. And granted, you could spend some time and make this a really robust application, and I'll show you how the deployment works. And you could, you could build your own application here. Like, you could vibe out the application that would be production worthy from start to finish. But the beauty of this is that it's a great prototyping, meaning like you always start with idea and you want to like tell the world about an idea, but you can't get it all out. So you just kind of need to start somewhere. And that's what the essence of HackBuildDev is. It's a prototyping app, let you vibe it out. Okay, so it has this window, and it's going to start here, and it's going to do like creating your app type of thing, and there's going to be someone is loading, because if you see right now, it's building your app. So you can follow along here in the code and build it all out if you want, or watch it be built out if you want. And it's going to give you, I suggest that you just kind of wait until all of this happens. But while we're getting into it, I'm going to move this up a little bit. And if you see down here in this bottom left-hand corner, that's where you're going to do the optimizing or the tweaking of the app after the AI gives you the blueprints. Okay, so let's talk about how this works, right? So basically, it develops a PRD. This is a coding assistant, and it's sending off API calls to the Google Gemini models, and they're optimized. The Flash 2.5 Flash, 2.5 Pro, the Lite, the debugging models, all of those. And let's see, while we just like let this thing cook, we'll kick over here to the settings. And if you see, it has the quick start, it has the planning. These are the models that are all set up. Security features here, it's all logging with Google. Here's their coding agents. So 2.5 Pro, because I'm a Google fanboy, as you know. Debugging. I turn the debugging agents off because it makes it kind of slow, like really slow for right now for this demo. And then here's the screenshot analysis. There will be the option for bringing your own key or putting in whatever key you'd like. And then so that's one part of it. So let's head back and you see the side panel here opens up and this is the app that you're building. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to continuing here and it just brings you right back to the home screen. We're going to look at where we're at and it looks like, so we're going to see the code here. We're going to come back here and we're going to see where our app is at, see if it's cooking. While we wait for it to continue because it's gonna continue to go through all the phases here, right? So sometimes it's two phases, but here in the generating code, as you can see right here, that we're done with one of three phases, and that kind of cooked 11 files for you. But there is this debugging here in the right hand corner, which my picture is, you can't see it. So I'm going to click on it and it's going to pop up this, and it has all of the processes that are happening if you want to look, and it helps with the debugging. So if you send this email here, it'll send me the email of the debugging, right? And you can download all the analytics. You can look at the analytics here. So this is what's happening, right? So you know that this is how your app is being built. It's right here. And you can check out your errors and you can list them. So right here, there is some errors, but there always is a level of a few errors, which are either runtime errors or WebSocket errors, but they resolve. They resolve because the agent continues to burn through them, and the agent is iterating and fixing all of the problems. So you can have a real app. So you can have an app that works there, a functional app. All right, so we're gonna wait for a minute, and it looks like we got some loading here, and you'll kind of go back and forth. You'll kind of go back and forth on this, right? And you're just waiting for all of these things to work through. And that's like kind of the essence of it. So I know that it's helpful if I just keep toggling back and forth. It'll try to load the preview, and so we'll let it go. I mean, it's just the nature of this type of complex app. So we're going to let it go through, and you see it's structuring, orchestrating, it's doing everything that it's supposed to do, right? And we are waiting, and we are waiting. Yep. And we can come here also. This is the other view. Okay. And we'll just make this thing public. So you can change, now you just change your app visibility to public, which is great. You have all your code here, and you can copy this entire file here. And this is the prompt that we started with. And now we're going to head back to the main screen here. We're going to let it do its thing. As you see, it's still kind of cooking. So you just have to let it. See, it's like 2 of 3 phases. So we're getting very close. And it's just vibing out this app. So the more complex you have the app, the more it takes to, get you the output you want. Here's the thing, you can look at all the models that have been used in the building of the app currently right now. This is the save feature, which is only on, so if you see that it's only on this preview. Now we'll click on the save so you can select what file you'd like to have output or multiple files. So what we're going to do is we'll select 2 of them, just random ones. We'll prepare them and it'll export these files and then you can just download them, right? But which we're not going to do. And now it's running tests and fixing any issues. So we're getting there. And it's going to iterate back and forth here for a moment until we're all done. And we're going to wait. Check the errors here real quick. We still only got this runtime error. Oh, there's 4 errors here, which is little syntax error stuff, stuff that can be worked out, that the agents will work out, no problem. And here's the deployment. So this is, we will definitely demo this when it's time, but it's not time yet because we need to see a good preview because we probably have to optimize. This link sends it to my GitHub. This right here changes if you want it to be light. Ooh, that's a beautiful light document there. You can turn it to dark or the system, which is dark for me. Okay, let's see. While this thing is cooking, we'll go here to discover. So these are a couple apps that I built that are public. So this is the one that we're looking at right now that we're building. And this is one that I was just messing around with yesterday, which is called Retro Invaders. And so this is like if you make them public, it's like a repository for all of the users of HackBuildDev to then see all the apps that you built, which is cool. So while this thing's cooking, let's just check out this app. And we'll deploy it here while this one's still cooking. We're like 9 minutes. Okay, here's another way that you can copy all the files. Is copy all the files here. And if you want to add it there. Okay. We'll see where we're at here. And voila! Welcome to Helix Scope. Structures of DNA, transcription DNA to RNA, translation RNA to protein. So this is quite amazing here. So let's click on it. Okay, so it has, we were looking for an educational app. And let's go ahead and because we know that, okay, we're still analyzing here. What we can do first is let's grab this link. We're going to come here to a new window. We'll place this link in, and then this gives us the preview, the local preview. And so as you can see, this looks like, really kind of an little interactive app that we just made here. Very cool, actually. All right, very cool. And then let's go ahead and check the work. Correct, well done. It just shows me in the corner here. All right, well, let's see if the reset works. Oh yeah, lovely, the reset works. Okay, so that's cool. So we'll head back to the dashboard. We'll do the same here, head back to the dashboard. All right, well, let's close this out here and head back to our deployment. And as you can see, it's still making some adjustments as it's running the code. So, but everything here is in the preview. And so let's see, we have these in the right hand in the corner here. Let's go ahead and just add a little comment that says, can you add some green highlights? Just as an example. And then so you can iterate, which means that so you send the message that says completed queue request. I'll add some green highlights to the application. I'll have it ready in the next phase or two. So it'll go in and it will change that. So we should see some green highlights. And again, you don't have to know any coding. Okay, so they have brought it back up here. And right here we have it in the queue, our next request. And so that's how you do this. Okay, so and it will continue to build, it'll continue to build this whole application app, and we just did this thing right in front of your eyes. So anyone can do it. Oh, I see. It's adding more tiles. So it's from code to protein. Amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, yeah. So that's the whole thing. You just like let it cook. Just keep letting it cook, and we'll. But I think in the interest of this making this video super long, let's go ahead and and I'll probably do some live vibe sessions, with some cool app ideas. But let's show you like really the really amazing thing about this, which is the deploy to Cloudflare. So I can deploy this, and this is deploying it to the web. So in terms of prototyping, as you build the app, it takes you, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes here, and then you deploy it to the web, and then it's a live app because it's provisioned all the resources in the back via Cloudflare, which is here. Hopefully I'm not showing you anything that's, anyway, that is secret. But it'll deploy the application to the web, and you see here. So now we have the shareable link. We have the live URL. It's public right now, so you can get it. But at this, so you can copy this link and send it to your friends, and then they. Wow, that just copied the. Oh, sorry, wrong one. So the shareable link sends it to your friends, and then they can help iterate on this. And then this is the live link, so it's on the web. So you can see that there's the collaborative nature because now you have this shareable link, which shares what you have done. So that's how you can collaborate over the link, right, for prototyping. And then this shows the app. Right? So this is the live link. So anybody in the world, anybody can use the internet. They can access this. Link. And so we go back to our main instance, which is here, and that's where we are at. So it's just polishing the UI, and that's how you can collaborate. As you see that, you're just vibing it out, man. Like you just vibe out this full idea. Like you don't have to code anything. The AI agent is coding everything for you. And you can make it your own here. And that's it. So it has the ability to you can search the web. It has web calling. It has a tool calling. It has all that stuff. So let's go here and do this last piece, which is the discover. So let's just switch apps here. And we're going to deploy the preview. And this should just show you like a dichotomy of you really can build anything. And this picks it up because this wasn't deployed to the web. So, but you're going to see that you can work inside this workspace, like across users. So it's going to show you the prompt of the game requirements. Remember, and I use the 10x-prompt.com. A little plug there. It's my other app. And it gives you a cool little game. Oh, shit. And if you want to hit the live preview, you can hit the live preview. Cool little game. Woo! Let's go. Let's kill these alienes. Anyway, yeah, I just built it. I built this little game just in the same way as I built that, DNA visualization app. And these are all very simple. These are all simple apps. Didn't write a line of code and deployed them to the web. So I think it's a really good time, and I hope people use this app, and I'm going to keep improving it, make it more intelligent like I do with all my apps now. And you can, oh wait, I need to show you the last part, even though this is a fun game. All right, so this is the last thing I want to show you around this guy, which is continue editing. Okay, so this is and also a very important part here. So we have they even built out a virtual CRISPR lab, which is very cool. So all you biohackers, let's get it. Okay, now I showed you now here's the last thing I want to show you here, which is the export to GitHub. So for example, we're going to call this, what was it called? Helix ENA Educator or something, or EDU, let's call it that. Okay, and then be like, vibe some ed. All right. Oh, I see in the background here that it highlighted that green that we requested. Okay, so we'll make this a public repo. So if you use GitHub, you know that you can pull and push, and you can put the work on the workspace. You can code in the workspace. Like you do everything. Once you get to code on GitHub, then you're in a good spot because you can do everything you want. And then that's where the beauty of this is when you're prototyping it, you just push to GitHub. And then now you have the framework, and then you can pick up your cursor or root code or Klein or whatever you do, and then you can try to you can add, refer, add, change, whatever. And if you want to put like Python components, because again, this is like JavaScript, TypeScript, React. If you want to put other components that you can, and you can make it your own. Okay, so but anyway, let's go with export to GitHub. So as you see, then it goes to GitHub, right? And it's going to pick up this right here. So you're going to authenticate as a user. Like me, I go by sample bias. I'm going to authorize that. And then what it's going to do is it's going to generate a repository, public repo of this project. And then, well, hopefully it's going to, demo in public. And then we'll go from there. So it's thinking, and we shall see. Maybe I gotta log into GitHub first. All right, now it was successful. Whoa, yeah, so push the repo to GitHub. So now you can view this repo. So let's do it. And yeah, here, Helix DNA EDU. And it's got everything that you need for this app that we deployed to the web as a prototype. And then on the next thing is, if you want to take, Heloscope, interactive molecular biology, if you want to take this whole app that you just built here off the README and you want to deploy it as a real app on Cloudflare. So that means take it off of my instance, put it on your own Cloudflare instance, maintain it. Now you have an app out in production. All you got to do is deploy to Cloudflare right here. It's going to fire up the Cloudflare dashboard here, and you're going to have to go through all the Cloudflare stuff, which we can go on another time. But it's going to put you to the create an application. And so here you go. You got your Helix. You got everything that you built on this platform, on the HackBuildDev platform that I built. Everything you built is now a real application, because all you have to do is press this create and deploy, and then it'll deploy it, give you a URL, and then you can cut the ties with HackBuildDev, and you'll never see us again, and you can build your next $1 million app, and you don't have anything to do with me, but we'll always want you back in the ecosystem, in the HackBuildDev prototyping ecosystem. And I think that about does it. See, we got some green here. We did everything that we want. We can add photos, on and on and on. Probably this is just the intro video. I want to be for everyone to use it. Unfortunately, it is not an inexpensive endeavor. So there is a huge price tag right now, which is you can either join the pro membership for $100 a month, or you can join us in the IPR, which is the Institute for Prompt Research, which is a school community, for like $89 a month. But the whole thing is every dollar that's made in HackBuildDev will be rolled back into keeping the infrastructure going. Because as you can see, this is a complicated app. It's going to cost a lot of money, and we're just going to bootstrap it as a community, build a whole community of HackBuildDev, and build a bunch of cool apps, get them out in the world. This is about the community. And then if there's ever an opportunity to cut away all the paywalls, I 100% will. But until next time, my name is Dr. James Utley, your regular code breaker, data scraper, and thanks for walking through my latest creation, my wonderful creation. And we're going to leave it at the front screen, which is so beautiful to me.